Testing, testing. Hey, how's it going? Getting some late night Quake Champions going. I don't know if you guys have seen this game, but it's a fun one. Let's hope that our time in waiting for a lobby is not too long. Took a little nap. And yeah, won't be on too long. Probably just going to be a pretty short stream. There we go. Got a game already. Hello, hello. All right. Ooh, that's what I need to do. I need to change my name in the game. Do 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 do.
I smell some.
Hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. It's going to be a fairly short stream. We're just going to have some fun, get to bed.
Prepare your team. Round begins in
My
3,
latency's pretty high, but
2,
that'll be
1.
okay.
Fight. Lead lost. Teams
Master
are
Band
tied.
300, huh?
Lead taken.
Ooh.
Impressive.
I will rip the meat from your bowl.
Tight. Stopwatch.
I'll need to bring more body bags next time.
Damn, it's already been.
Stopwatch.
Oh man, that's a bot. Bots do not miss. Okay.
Incoming one.
Benefit of being the eldest, I was able to eat my brother's eggs.
Quad spawn. Quad damage.
That was so
Wow.
Your team has the quad.
all these delicious presents. Is it scary?
Enemy has the quad.
Worthy sap.
Oh.
I believe your
Oh.
parts will sell very
take that railgun. Where is that? It's interesting. We have
Death from above.
A pity such
all
fine
the bots on the other
resources
team are
must be
insanely OP, bro. Yeah, you can't even escape. This is what happens when people quit this early into the game. Yeah. You can turn around and just perfectly hit me with that.
Incoming protection.
Unlimited power. Yes, we know.
Protection spawned. Your team has the protection.
It's nearly impossible to beat these bots, bro. Not him, or whatever. This thing here. Oh my god, bro. Like, I legit don't even like playing against the bots because they're so bad it makes me want to leave the game. Like, they're so bad in the sense that they're not actually human. They're like just aimbots. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. I'm just kind of warming up anyways. This
You're
guy
too
says he's
droopy
new.
to sell. I'll eat you instead. Allow me to show you your insides as I take them.
Oh,
You're dead.
5-minute warning.
yeah, look at that. It's so stupid.
Impressive. Incoming quad. Quad spawn.
Just want to leave. but-
Enemy has the quad. Your team has the quad.
I think I'm gonna change champions to like Slash or something.
Impressive. Assistant.
So enjoy the slump.
Catch me now.
Look at that, bro. Look at not even possible to beat that. That's insane. That's insane. Wouldn't matter if I had a million health. Well, okay, obviously a million health. That's an exaggeration, but do. No beating it, bro. Just no beating the bot.
Boy, I'm feeling blue.
protection. Protection spawned. Your team has the protection.
Catch me now.
Yes, of course.
I like this party. Death from above.
I don't normally play Slash, so great. Now we have another bot in here, dude. This is just miserable.
1 minute warning.
Let me practice my Slash movement, bro, because I've never really gotten good at it.
Incoming quad.
I'm not even worried about fighting. I just want to practice this movement.
Catch me now.
Quad spawned. Your
I'm
team has the
decidedly
quad.
terrible at. Oh my gosh, bro.
You win.
Yeah, I'm not going to be any good at Slash, bro. I just don't think it's ever going to be my thing. Pretty much play anybody but Slash. Maybe even Strog and Peeker I can play a little better, but I'm just terrible at Slash. I think Slash is one of the most OP champions if you learn to use her, but I just haven't learned to use her. So look at that, 64%, bro. And that's just including the people that it went against and missed. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, everybody. What's up, Vic? How's it going?
Prepare your team. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight. Lead lost. Teams are tied. Lead taken.
Grinding bots. Wait, what? I don't know why it was. Hold on, part of your comment. Oh, level 200, huh? Wow. Yeah, I haven't played. I just got to level 100 yesterday. because I haven't played a whole lot. But I basically did it with double XP. So I've been playing Call of Duty and Fortnite and stuff. Cosmo.
You lack the skills to defeat.
Oh, I'm going over the chat, not paying attention. I'm streaming on 3 different platforms, so.
Incoming protection. Incoming quad.
Level 200 though, huh?
Protection
Sudaka?
spawned. Quad
Sudaka.
spawned. Enemy has the
Sudaka.
quad.
Whatever that means.
Titan. Protection. Impressive. Your team has the quad.
After 100 takes 3 games per level. Oh yeah.
Stopwatch.
I don't even worry about the other stuff. I mean, if I get to level 100, I'm perfectly happy to have whatever I have at this point. I'm happy the game's even here anymore at this point, you know? Derogatory term for South American? Okay. No. I don't know why you think I'm South American, but okay. Kind of a strange thing to even bring up randomly. I've got 155 ping, which is lovely. Negative. I don't know where you got that emoji, but it's funny. Frijolero. He's assuming my name is in English. My name's an English word, buddy.
Incoming quad.
I gotta change my in-game name to match my.
Protection spawned. Enemy has the protection. Quad spawned. Your team has the quad.
It's kind of a weird thing he's asking, though.
You will be mine.
Means he can't read it right. I'll let you know.
I will rip the meat from your bones.
This QC. Oh, the Queen. I think I've seen the Queen in game before. Plays QL, huh? I can play. I have Quake Live. I actually have played Quake Live. I think a lot more than I played this.
5-minute warning.
I think he realizes that's my name is in the game at least is backwards. Defrag rules.
Incoming quad.
Are we even winning? Yeah, I'm not even paying attention. I'm not even paying attention to this game right now. Admittedly, I've had a few drinks tonight, so I'm just kind of reacting in kind.
Quad spawned.
A pity
Enemy has the quad.
this is possible.
Protection spawned. Your team has the
Oh.
protection.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it before. You know, I don't mind Quake Champions. I think I've played a lot more Quake Live, but that's because I started out playing Quake 3 Arena. I started out on my Dreamcast actually. But yeah, it's probably a lot harder these days, especially at this time of night, to find English-speaking players, which is why I queue these international servers, because it's the only way I can find a game in a reasonable amount of time. But yeah, I started out on the Dreamcast back in like 2000 or 2001, I forget what year. And I was on controller, no aim assist, 27 frames per second. It was pretty miserable, but hey, ignorance is bliss. If you haven't played with something better, I mean, as you see now, I'm getting nearly 500 frames per second, and I don't even have my graphics turned down. That's at 1440p, so significantly different experience. But yeah, it depends on the mood that I'm in, I guess. But I prefer. I wish that they would have given better support to Quake Champions. I think I would have liked it. I think it would have been a nice evolution of the game Quake, of the Quake game, of the Quake series, adding the abilities and stuff, having some champion balance and everything. But I know there's purists that don't like to see all that, but at the end of the day, like, we have to appeal to a broader audience, you know, and I think the running and gunning, and which is kind of my style, to be honest. If you can't tell, I'm like using no brain to play right now. Yeah, ignorance is certainly bliss.
Quad spawned. Enemy has the quad.
Yeah, once you have more time
Your
to like
team has the protection.
play that style of game, and you get more, it's kind of nice, you know. But I mainly played Rocket Arena 3.
Enemy has the protection.
Okay, sorry, I'm reading in-game chat and what you're going. Yeah, it is hard to go back though. I do both though. Like I said, I haven't played as much Quake Live in a while. I played some a few weeks ago, and I'm certainly rusty at it because I'm used to the. I'm used to the. Oh,
excellent.
What am I trying to say? I'm used to the lag-free. It's not really lag-free, but like the. I don't know if you played unlagged and was it U-freeze tag? I think it was unlagged freeze tag. It's supposed to be one that's like client-side prediction versus server-side, which is what Quake is. Quake is, or original Quake 3 and stuff is server-side prediction, versus this being client-side. And I don't know. I'll always appreciate Quake because I wouldn't understand shooter games. I wouldn't be able to aim the way that I do if not for Quake and all the years that I practiced. I've got lots of memories on there, lots of friends that I played with. You know, one of my best friends, he was a best man at my wedding when I was married. I'm no longer married, but when I was married, he was the best man at my wedding. And me and him started playing Quake on the Dreamcast together back in high school.
Incoming protection.
So I will always have fond memories of Quake 3. As much as I wish that game survived, I think the overall just raw skill level that it requires just doesn't appeal to the masses, unfortunately. You know, people, if you've played any Fortnite or anything like that, I play this mode. I play this mode in Fortnite that's about to be closed down. It's a first-person mode, but it's ranked and everything. It's kind of like a search and destroy. But if you played that for any length of time, you would find that people just quit so easy. They don't actually grind a game. They don't actually work to get better. And I'm not doing that right now at all. Like, I'm totally mindlessly playing. And you see SB Lacopa in here. I'm actually going to change the name. I'm going to go back to the lobby, change the name to match Twitch, because as much as I wish I could use SB Lacopa everywhere, it is taken on Twitch. I did have X, SB Lacopa X, which was on this account, and I just changed it earlier today, or technically yesterday. But I think I found that people just have too hard of a time spelling it. No one's going to find me when I use it because it's too difficult for them for whatever reason. It's just the word apocalypse spelled backwards. It's not complicated to me, but I guess because I have the privilege of knowing what it is. But that's neither here nor there. So let's see here. Let me go ahead and it's gonna suck because I want to say it costs 500 platinum to change your name, if they even have that option anymore. Let's see here. Bundles, yeah, change your name, 500 platinum. Is there another option to do it where you don't? Because I know for the double or the XP boosts, you get other options. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, I know. People, dude, having their hands held. I don't know if you played any Call of Duty, but I play a lot of Call of Duty actually, and not because I think it's a significantly better game. I think it's a different game. I think it's got its own complications, but I think the most challenging thing for me when I'm playing Call of Duty is dealing with people that have aim assist. It is so overpowered on controller. Like, controller should be an inferior input. So when I played, yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, the SBMM is one thing, right? I'm not even counting SBMM. Like, if we just completely throw SBMM out the window, dealing with aim assist in Call of Duty is the most frustrating thing because you will lose gunfights, not to the person. I mean, sure, it does take, and I will admit, it takes skill to be really good at a controller, right? I've tried. I'm not that good at it because I haven't practiced it, but aim assist will kick in and I will get kills that I shouldn't get for my level of skill on controller. And now, if I were a highly skilled controller player, I am going to shred a mouse and keyboard player. When I started out on Dreamcast, no aim assist, I was incentivized to switch to mouse and keyboard because it was an inferior input. It should be an inferior input because it is an inferior input when compared to a skilled mouse and keyboard player. So I was incentivized to switch over to mouse and keyboard because I didn't have aim assist. I didn't have something holding my hand to make me feel like I did all the work in that little situation. And the frustrating thing is, as a mouse and keyboard player in Call of Duty, is you lose to people, not because you weren't the better aimer in that fight, not because of your inconsistency, which mouse and keyboard, you're going to be inconsistent, right? But because aim assist is not inconsistent. Aim assist is robotic aim that is not possible for a human to consistently attain, period. So yeah, but here's the thing. I'm still like, I'm a sadist and I just continue to play with aim assist or against aim assist all the time. Wait, okay. Purchase redeemed. Congratulations. You now own rename token. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. TTV Cletus Hayes. I'm also on YouTube, streaming at 1440p, like higher quality, under the same name. But I think most people will recognize that. Let me see how much more room I have. One, two. Oh, that's only one more letter. So that's like maxed out. All right. Well, I'm now TTV Cletus Hayes in Quake Champions. Oh yeah, I remember. I played some X Defiant. I think at the time I was still kind of like learning a lot about Call of Duty, and it was tough to make the transition full time to that because I wasn't sure how the game would play out, and I was like in the middle of grinding weapons in Call of Duty, and I didn't want another game to grind. And admittedly, like that's part of what keeps you stuck, even with Call of Duty, is like the grind of getting your weapons up. If you don't keep up, you fall behind, and now you don't have a meta weapon to use, which it seems like with Black Ops 7, they've done a little better job of having like a better balance of weapons that you can use at any given time. I don't know if you currently play Call of Duty. Hold on, you're saying, let's see here. You know, holding back on complaining about aim assist because I thought I was crazy more times than not. Some people, well, no, some people don't get it. But here's the thing: some people, they'll say the thing, "Oh, you get to use your whole arm." That is such a ridiculous argument. It's all it is demonstrating their lack of understanding of what it's like to play on mouse and keyboard, and they're just repeating lines that they've heard other people say. They've read other people say, "Oh, they use their whole arm." Like, okay, what does that have to do with anything? That doesn't explain anything. I've played on both inputs, and I recognize the advantages of both. Sure, I can quickly flick shots, but here's the thing: like, if you're a good player, you don't always have to flick shots in a game like Call of Duty, because you you can set your sensitivity to move pretty well. Like, there's this guy, there's actually a number of guys that are high level Call of Duty players that when they're moving around, you cannot tell that they are not on controller. Like, the way that they're able to move, the way they're able to flick around and stuff, they're really good. And I will admit, there are guys that are really, really good at controller. However, when you have somebody that's really, really good at controller and then give them the aim assist that Call of Duty has, it's nearly impossible to beat consistently, because you have to be, you have to be like the top level mouse and keyboard player just to compete. There's a reason that in Call of Duty League, they don't allow controllers, or I'm sorry, they don't allow mouse and keyboard, because they even know, like, the Call of Duty devs have come out and said, yes, the control, but here's the thing. I think here's what people are missing. Yeah, exactly. If you're not on point, bro, you're dead. You are dead. If you miss a couple bullets against somebody that is really good at activating their aim assist, you're dead. I don't know if you follow any streamers on Call of Duty. There's this guy, Metaphor, who's really, really good, a good mouse and keyboard player. He's been playing that new Black Ops Royale mode, which, oh yeah, dude, I have played, I've played Aim Labs on my controller on my PlayStation 5. I don't think I've done Aim Labs on a computer. I have Aim Labs on the computer. I have Kovacs as well. But yeah, I mean, I'd certainly be glad to pop on there, but I am a little tipsy right now, so I'm not going to put on a great performance. Even right now, I'm just kind of like, just playing for a little bit. I probably got to get off here soon because I got to go to sleep, get up for work in the morning. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California, so it's still 1:20 in the morning though. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, I get it. Yeah, when you're on key, dude, I've played Kovacs a bunch. I've even played it on controller. And the nice thing is, at least on Kovacs, I don't think you get aim assist in Kovacs or or even in Aim Labs. But I don't know, man. I think the thing is, like, if they removed aim assist altogether, here's what would happen. People would complain. Sure, they'd be mad. Why are my shots not hitting? But what they would also do is say, wow, this is an inferior input. There's nothing helping me. There's nothing, and it shouldn't be that way. You're trying to play a competitive game. There should be nobody helping you. But here's what Activision is doing. They know that if they have the strongest aim assist out of any game, they are going to keep people more engaged. They're going to keep people stuck on that game more than any other game, because why? They make the controller users feel like gods on that game. And so when they go play other games on controller and they only know how to use controller, now they suck by comparison. And so they don't get that dopamine hit. And that brings them right back to Call of Duty. Like, it's all part of an intentional move on the part of the people, the powers that be, to not make a competitive game, but to make a product that's going to sell more copies to people, that they can keep addicted to that one game because they're giving something nobody else will give. And it's not just the dopamine hit of getting the kills. It's the unfair advantage of higher aim assist. Whereas if another game tries to honor a more competitive style and have lower aim assist, they're not going to do as well. They're just not. So yeah, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I really think that gaming in general has gone downhill. I mean, where
you know, you used to buy a game like when we bought Quake 3, bro, you could you could mod the heck out of it. You could add skins to it for free. People, there was modding communities. We all made stuff for the communities, and you just had to pay the price of the game. So, oh yeah, yeah. And that's the thing, dude. Like it's no longer a situation where you have the freedom that you had, and that's why we ended up with a game like Quake Champions. That's why we have all the downsides that Quake Champions has, and that's why I think it failed, is because it went so far away from its roots. And I'm not going to say for sure that it would have succeeded otherwise, because I do still think that the overall skill ceiling of the game is a turnoff to a lot of players. It's a turnoff to a lot of players because most people don't have that in them to grind. And, you know, I was an athlete growing up. I'm 42 now, but I was an athlete growing up. I ran track. I played football. I played football from like Pop Warner all the way through college, played semi-pro. And I just love the competitive aspect of things. I competed in powerlifting afterward, all the way up until I think my last powerlifting meet was in 2017 or 2018. But I like that competition. Like, you know, I like doing stuff like that. And I like this. I like competing against other people. And this makes it so I can continue to do that in a way that's not so hard on my body. I mean, sure, sitting down at a desk is hard, but I also have a standing desk. I can play while I'm standing. But I mean,
Vote now.
yeah, it's just the way it is, I guess. It's the way of the world. It's the gaming industry that I recognize as flawed, that I can't change, because at the end of the day, money eventually manages to destroy everything. I mean, money destroys everything. You know, it just kind of seems to be the way it is. And I'm not an anti-capitalist, but I'm also not anti-capitalist. I recognize the shortcomings and stuff of that. So I don't know. I know I'm getting off into the weeds here, but it's all kind of connected in some way. So yeah, no, I get it. It is. I agree, man. It is refreshing when you find somebody that can actually understand like why it's a problem. You know, some people can say that it's a problem, but they can't really articulate why.
One. Fight.
I'm not even doing the best job of that right now, because as I've said already more times than I should, I've had a few drinks. Oh yeah, it's deathmatch. Okay. I'm not really great at timing. I just like shooting things that move. So you're not going to see like some high-level gameplay. I think if I really put my mind to it, I probably could be a lot better. But that's not what gets me going in this game.
We'll meet again.
Coming at you.
Wow. Let me see if I can.
From the grave.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. I agree, man. It depends. Like, depends. Let me see if I can lock in here and not completely let this game blow out.
Incoming quad.
Oh.
That was delicious.
Quad spawn. Enemy has Enemy
I got the
has
kill,
the
man,
quad.
but I didn't
Denied.
get the finish.
Party breaker. Killing spree. Enemy has the quad. Venomous.
Oh man.
I can smell it.
Excellent. Lead tied. Lead taken. Enemy has the
What?
quad.
How did that last one not hit?
Lead tied.
And as you can see, I don't switch up my character or my champion that often because I don't take that game. I don't take this that serious in the sense of like I just want to have a consistent experience. I don't get filming here. I'm not trying to compete with everybody in that sense, other than just hey, I'm gonna have a good time.
Tied. Lost. Tied. Lost.
You know, I actually downloaded Titanfall 2 just sometime last year. So I haven't played enough of it to understand it yet. I played, I think, if I looked at my Steam, I think I maybe played 45 minutes of the game. But not because it didn't seem like it could be a fun game. It actually seemed like it's got some interesting mechanics to it. Sorry, I'm trying to lock in on some of these moments where I gotta really focus my aim to hit my shots. But I know I'm not terrible at Quake, but I'm also not that great. I recognize where I'm missing in terms of skill. A lot of it's just my decision making in terms of like timing things out and actually like
Airborne.
I don't exclusively play this game anymore either, so. What? That was weird. Just randomly hit the top. Boris the Dodger. Oh, is it? There's a story to the game? Come on, what? A lot of times in free-for-all, I'm not saying that's going to happen in this game. In fact, I don't think this will be the case in this game because I'm not really focused. But, a lot of times in free-for-all, I'll find that I'll be the highest damage player, but maybe like third on the list or something like that. Maybe fourth, depending on.
5-minute warning. Incoming quad.
Come on, 3. Oh yeah, okay, I got that kill.
Venomous. Revenge from the grave.
What?
What's on? Enemy has the quad. Enemy has the quad.
Interesting.
Enemy
I'll
has the
have
quad.
to check out the. Oh, okay, I'll have to check out the story at some point. Titanfall. See if there's play the story mode.
Frags left.
Wow. I thought it said 3 frags left. I'm like, what? Q Rasta. Have you ever heard of the oh man, the Azeron? It's like a multi-key thing. It's got like a joystick to move around instead of WASD. I have one of those. I'm not using it right now. In fact, I've not even really learned to use it yet. I just got one recently. I'm kind of curious to try it with Slash. I'm not a very good Slash user. I'm kind of curious to try that out. Yeah, this game is completely lost to me. place with the focus I have right now is... Come on.
Protection spawn.
What?
Enemy has the protection.
Alright, that was robbery. Bro, don't worry about me.
Breaker. Meltdown. 3 flags
I
left.
shouldn't be alive, I shouldn't be alive, I shouldn't be
Flags
alive.
left.
1 frag left.
Excellent.
Oh, I might be able to get second place, maybe.
1 frag left.
Nope, never mind.
3rd place.
Actually, a lot of it is 3D printed. It's spelled Azeron. I have the Cyborg 2. It works well in Call of Duty, but I haven't spent much. I probably got only a few hours of using it, and it's kind of difficult to want to use on my main Call of Duty account because, well, my skill's not that bad in Call of Duty. Not the best, but oh wow, yeah, Q Rasta was killing it, really killing it. Holy crap, he annihilated the lobby with that damage. But yeah, it's okay. Like, I think I haven't given it a fair shot, but again, I am curious to see if I can use it for Quake. I will say that it's definitely less fatiguing on your hand if you play long hours. The way that your hand rests in it's really comfortable and everything like that. I think the problem for me is just the learning curve of changing from something. I mean, I've been using keyboard and mouse for 27 years now. You still use your mouse. It's just the movement and all the keyboard functions are handled with the Azeron itself. So instead of WASD, you're just using your thumb, which I've played enough controller to feel comfortable with doing, but it's all the other keys because you have to custom bind every single one of them. And it's difficult to explain how it's set up without showing you. But yeah, maybe I'll do a camera stream or something at some point. I used to have some streams where I'd put a mouse cam on, or if you look at maybe some of my old posted streams, you could probably see. I think I have face cam on some of my old ones that are posted. But yeah. Anyhow, I'm just yapping. I'm probably not going to be on much longer though. I might maybe do one more game, and then we'll hop off. Oh, I should have asked you how the audio was before you got off. Are you I don't think you're still there. I think you're off now. So, but yeah, I should ask you how my audio balance sounds. Oh, you are here. Okay. The audio balance between the game and the, because I just started streaming again this weekend. I'm on a new setup. So I have like a dedicated streaming PC. Let me see. You can see like I run, these are the settings I'm running right here. So I don't have anything really turned down, but obviously I don't really need to. So that's why I'm still able to pull 500 frames. I mean, sure, I could clean the game up and make it look more competitive, quote unquote, but dude, at this point, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm just trying to have a good time and see some pretty stuff and play the game. So probably going to have a bunch of people that are wondering who the heck I am because I've never used this name in game. I've been on this account for, gosh, how many hours do I have in this game? 26 days. So, yeah, quite a bit. Oh, yeah. I've got a 5090. My kids have my old 3090. They don't even realize how good they've got it. They're just playing like the most jank games on there. I do get my daughter to play Fortnite with me sometimes. But yeah, I've got a 3090, and then I've got a dedicated streaming PC that this is hooked up to. That's why, like, if you were to look at my YouTube stream, I think it's a pretty high quality stream. I'm limited to 1080p on Twitch. I think they are rolling out 1440p to some people, but just not just anybody. I signed up for it, but I got to wait for the invite first. So, but yeah, I have a secondary PC, so I just basically run a capture card on that PC, and I'm able to stream. I'm streaming on simultaneously right now, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, and I'm able to do it at a pretty high quality. I'm not using a restream. It's all free. So
Vote now.
I mostly do this kind of because I like to just practice the streaming aspect itself, like the tinkering of the streaming aspect. I do want to, I think, eventually do some voice work, or maybe do like some discussion stuff, maybe politics, religion. I'm not really sure what road I want to travel down, but it's just some stuff I'm working on. I mean, as I've gotten older, I've learned a lot of stuff, and I think there's a lot of things I want to share. So completely separate from gaming. I don't even think I would use this account to do it. But yeah, we'll see.
I smell something delicious.
Ah. Yeah, it looks like all the games tonight are going to be pretty high ping, so...
I will rip the meat from your bowl.
I don't know if you played high ping or not, or if you only stick to local servers, but it took me a little while to kind of figure out how to aim with high ping. Really? Okay. My political stuff is I don't have like a political party that I affiliate with. I'm a nonpartisan voter. I think I don't think highly of the current administration, but you know, again, that's not a discussion I necessarily want to get into just yet. I'm a little tired for it, and it's not, again, it's not because I have no side that I pick other than the fact that I'm on the side of human beings. I'm on the side of like people being able to exist
Teams are tied.
freely,
Lead taken. Teams are tied.
freely in their lives, regardless of their religion, regardless of how they were born, who they were born to, you know, what their status was, etc. You know. So, but again, it's a complicated discussion. Yeah, I think that we're all being played in a way by the powers that be. So I'm not particularly religious either. Actually, I'm not even going to say particularly. I'm not religious at all. At one point I was, but it was by way of indoctrination. You know, we're all indoctrinated as children to believe various things, and eventually you grow up and start realizing that, you know, maybe my parents didn't really think about this stuff as much as I have. Maybe they just accepted it and then continued to defend status quo rather than really understanding why it is they're choosing what they're choosing. Or like, you know, I would, for example, take let me see if I can get this. Their understanding of science, their understanding of technology, their understanding of the world outside of what they already believed it to be, it's so limited, and it really made me question, like, well, I'm supposed to have trusted the lessons I learned from these guys, and you know, it's yeah, certainly more complicated than that. But I don't fault anybody for being Christian, Muslim, or anything. I think my issue is that people use those ideas, their beliefs, to limit other people, and that's where I start having a problem with that. That's where you're going to see me fight about it, and you know, yeah.
Teams are tied. Lead lost. Teams are tied. Lead lost.
Bye-bye.
Venomous. From the grave.
Kind of a waste, but
Teams are
whatever.
tied.
Oh,
Lead taken.
I will feast on your bow.
Tied.
not sure where you stand on the religion front. I see you said the same, but sorry, I'm trying to look over as much as possible, but you know how Quake is. It's just one of those where there's not a ton of downtime in the middle of the game. So this is something I'm going to certainly have to practice at if I'm going to do this more consistently. Ah.
Protection spawned. Your team has the
But,
protection.
you know, if anybody is religious and stuff, like I think that's actually the audience I want to reach. I don't necessarily just want to find like-minded individuals, because you can certainly exist in an echo chamber. But I think that I've done a lot of self-reflection to come to the understanding that I have. That guy should have taken it. He's the one leading the game. He's probably way more focused on what's going on than I am. Oh. But anyways, like, I know a lot of the things that I've challenged in the way I used to believe, you know, that have changed, and I know what it took to get there. So I do think it's a big lift, a big ask. Oh goodness, I don't even. That was just bad aim on my part. Like, I don't even know what.
Rude mother said it.
Oh, bro. I lost him after I finished the acid spit. Wow, he didn't die? Those were direct. I'm gonna die. Yep, go to church on Sunday, bro. Like, it's kind of crazy, man. It's like, and I believed it. You know, I think by I was raised conservative Christian. You know, I was Republican. I said all kinds of horrible things that I shouldn't have said, but I was essentially just repeating the things that my parents would say, not necessarily directly, but they would say it, but then it would be reinforced by the ideas of the kids around me. And, you know, I have certain regrets, and like, it is what it is. You know, like, I can't sit here and say, oh well. I think, okay, I have a sister who is still conservative Christian, annoyingly so, and she lives with me because, well, that's another discussion in and of itself. But it was that or put her on the street. So, but there's just an unwillingness to reflect on yourself when you can just exist
Ooh, you're a
in this
fat
little
needs more meat to
ignorant
mix the
bubble
bowl.
that you don't even acknowledge actually hurts other people. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I actually think, like, if I really reflect on, like, my earliest days, I think that even as early as I can remember, I would remember, like, imagining that there was, like, you know, like, my dad would come in the room and pray, you know, at night before bed, and he would hold our hands, and I remember thinking that I would be like, oh, wow, like, I could have, uh-oh, server's crashing. Okay, well, I guess I'll stop and talk if this is going to crash. Oh, nope, not fully crashed. But I used to sit there and think, like, I'm remembering where I lived at the time, so I had to be 4 years old. And I would imagine this power flowing through our arms that was, you know, somehow brought on by God. But
Incoming protection.
oh, my dog might need let out. So this will definitely need to be the last. But I could get further into this. But yeah, there was I imagine this power. Let me get to the point. Sorry. I imagine this power flowing through my arms, but in that same moment, I also had this feeling that what if I'm just imagining this because I want it to be the thing? Like, I always kind of felt like this is what I was supposed to feel like, and so I was always kind of seeking this feeling. And I think that's actually what a lot of people do, is they're expecting to have this experience because other people have told them about it, and so they'll convince themselves that something they felt or something that their mind has essentially
Your
come up
team has
with
the protection.
was brought on by something else. It's like, oh yeah, I heard God speaking to me. Well, are you sure you heard God, or was that just
Enemy team
your own
wins.
thought? So hang on, I'm gonna finish this thought. Just let me let the dog out one moment. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, look, I grew up in the 90s. I mean, I was born in 83, right? I grew up in the 90s. I know the way people talk. I know the way I talked. And you know, some of those habits, I suppose, in some ways die hard, but like, I don't know. I've just grown to realize that, oh, gosh, I mean, like I said, there's so much we could cover on this, and I'm not 100% present of mind to have the full conversation, but yeah, no, this is certainly something that I've considered talking about kind of more in depth, because it's not just that I want people to relate to the experience that I had as a prior Christian or whatever. It's that I think my experience really could kind of apply to any religion to some extent, in that we are all indoctrinated as children before we even have enough of a mind to rationalize the life around us as it is. And so we're essentially fed this story of fear that if we don't follow this thing, we're going to die, and we're we're going to not just die, but like die another death beyond our death here. And it creates a fear in us that makes us afraid to even question it. And so it's easier to follow the status quo because there's a community associated with a church, a community associated with a mosque, a community associated with any religion. And so you're afraid to challenge that status quo because you have family that's part of that. And so you're afraid of disappointing your family. And so sometimes it's just easier to go along with it. And maybe some people might actually double down on it because they want to, maybe they feel guilty about the questioning, and so they'll double down on it and go even harder. I mean, it's just, it's a really complicated thing. I mean, I think people are very complicated. I'm complicated. Everybody, think about as complicated as you are as a person. Every single person on this planet is equally as complicated, even if we don't understand them. Right. And so I don't know. I just think that we all were brought into this world against our will. And that's the truth of it. We're all brought here against our will. And I think we all, oh, hold on. The dog wants back in. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. But we are all brought into this world against our will, you know, and there's a lot of pressure in just living. I mean, that's why you have the depression that you do. And honestly, I'm very fortunate. Like, I could say, oh, well, it's good enough here. America's got it so great. Why would I want anything to change? But the reality is, I have it really good. I have it really good. I know people from all over the world that have it way, way harder, to the point where they don't even have time to reflect on the things that I've had the opportunity to reflect on. And you know, it's certainly coming from a place of privilege for me to be able to even talk about these things in the way that I do, because I have the luxury of sitting around and thinking about it at all. But yeah, well, good, man. I appreciate that. Look, I'm getting kind of off in the woods. I'm having a hard time like completely focusing on what my thoughts are, because I am very tired. It's 1:53. I got to be up at. I probably should be up by 7. So I'm looking at maybe 5, maybe 7:30. So I'm looking at about 5 to 5.5 hours of sleep. I'm gonna go take a quick shower, hop in bed. I think I'm probably gonna call it here. I am gonna try to stream more consistently. Not necessarily like consistent in terms of time, but I am gonna try to make sure that when I am gaming, I am streaming. Because it's something I've put off for far too long. I will be putting something up. I did a video earlier today with my son. Not on camera. He doesn't want to be on camera. He's 11 years old, which I don't blame him. I'm not going to force him to do that. But we played this game called Poppy Playtime, that in chapter 1, which he wants me to play. So I'm going to do a couple of those. I'll probably just post them on my YouTube though. I may stream them here, and it'll be streamed as like pre-recorded content. So it won't necessarily be interactive with chat, but it's only like a 40-minute long video. So I think I'll probably just post that maybe at some point tomorrow. But I'll probably be on later in the evening tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be around. But I am going to try to stream a bit more consistently, not because I'm trying to do anything major with this, but because I do want to kind of start just practicing having a dialogue with people. You know, I'd certainly love to get opposing views in here too. Like I love that you think similar. I think that's great. I do. I actually think it's rare to find. And so I can understand why you feel the way you do to find me in here thinking that way. Because yeah, there's very few people I've met in my life that have a similar way of thinking, or maybe have a way of expressing the way that they think in a similar way. So I'm glad to have you here. But for now, I am going to hop off. Yeah. So I hope you have a good night, man. Maybe I'll catch you in the game sometime. You saw what name I changed my name to in the game. Feel free to send an ad. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I love to talk to people with different views. But I think maybe where I go wrong at times, in person at least, is I'm a little too willing to confront those views. I'm not mean about it. I challenge, like I try to challenge people to think different than the way they're already thinking. You know, because, oh, okay. Well, my dog needs some attention. I'm not sure. Maybe he needs some water or something. So, but yeah, I could, like I said, I could go off into the woods. Like it's not something that's hard for me to talk about right now. It's just something that I'm not necessarily ready to talk about just because of time and other factors. Okay. Oh, okay. So, all right. Well, I will catch you another time. I will be on tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure exactly what time, but yeah. So it was a pleasure, and I'll catch you later. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. Take care. Have a good night.